Good evening, Barony of the Cleftlands. We want to welcome you to our July 15th baronial meeting, and we hope that everyone has been taking care of themselves and staying well during this time away and apart. We wanted to let everyone know that we miss you all and can't wait for us to get all past all of this so that we can get back together. Unfortunately, there were a few things that are going to have to happen first. We have some local or some business to discuss first.
Okay, so on a kingdom level, we wanted to go ahead and let everyone know, in case they missed any of the announcements either on the Cleftlands site or on the Middle Kingdom Facebook feeds and website, that their Royal Majesties Felix and Madalena have agreed to stay on and sit the throne until March 2021. And this allows for us to have a stable monarchy during these somewhat troublesome times. There's currently a plan in place to try to hold a crown tournament to find the heirs to the Middle Kingdom, hopefully to take place by invite only this October in 2020.
Great. So on a society level, there have been some changes that went through to the martial activities. Some inclusions of things like brevetted steel combat, atlatls, and a few other changes. We're not going to go into a lot of detail about that, but it was made public. We wanted to let you know that the Middle Kingdom Earl Marshal has decided that at this time, the Middle Kingdom will not be adopting these changes. So although they were done at a society level, every kingdom isn't required to necessarily take them on just yet. And we're going to wait until we're through this whole pandemic to have some meetings, discuss it, see how and if the Middle Kingdom wants to adopt these new changes.
So on to local news. As we also have known, Pennsic has been canceled for some time, but we had hoped to encourage the populace of the Cleftlands specifically to focus on things that made them or reminded them the most about what they loved about the Cleftlands while they were at Pennsic. So we are trying to solicit some different Pennsic-based memories. They can be either recordings of stories that are shareable, small video clips where you orate the story, or we would love to have performances. There are some publicly shareable songs that could be recorded.
I assume you're talking about copyright issues, right?
Yes, copyright issues, of course. Of course. And we also would be willing to take some award recommendations. If you are interested in submitting any of this information, please reach out to His Excellency or I, or potentially the cat that's probably going to jump on my lap in a minute, because he would love to watch your videos.
So
that aside.
So that's exciting. We hope everybody will participate and get involved in trying to help contribute to our Pennsic court. And he's kind of black on the black background, so it makes it a little hard to see him, but you'll see a couple of golden eyes here in a moment. On a local note, after careful consideration and the way that things have been going, and with the hiatus being extended, we have decided that at this time we're going to cancel standard bearers for this year. We have already had conversations with our baronial champions, and every one of them decided that they would extend for the following year. So they will be our champions through next Pennsic. Hopefully everything gets back to normal by then, and then we can do a normal succession following that.
Okay.
All right. Do you have anything else? Okay, well, we wanted to say thank you, everyone, for tuning in tonight. We have a lot more exciting news for you coming up. We're going to hand things over to our Seneschal Clarissa.
Good evening, Cleftlands. Thank you for joining us tonight and giving up a little bit of your evening to hear the latest and greatest news. You probably saw already the news from Kingdom that events in August are going to be canceled. So that's, so far, as much as we know, August events in the Kingdom are canceled. We can still meet in small groups, and that's according to the guidelines and standards that I said at the last meeting. Those are available online on the website. We posted the forms that you will need to do an official meeting. so you can advertise those. No martial, and the restrictions are not lifted for archery or equestrian either. I want to welcome Lord Rohan. He officially takes over as our Minister of Youth today, at this very moment. So we'll be calling on him and Lady Zofia to pass the torch during the officers section. Thanks to Lady Zofia for her service. So events, you probably guessed, but we are not going to be having standard bearers this year. Their Excellencies already announced earlier that their champions are going to be serving a longer term, so we will not be having a standard bearers event. Regular event, we are going to look at regular event for February. So what we're going to do is reserve a date on the calendar to get it on the Kingdom calendar in the hopes that we will be able to have it. And we're going to check with the church because we already know that site. That site is already available theoretically to use. So we're going to see if we can get the date with them and reserve that. So what we would need is someone willing to be an event steward for that event. Obviously, unusual circumstances, and we would have to have something built in that we could cancel and get our money back. So if anybody is looking to possibly take this on, we are hoping that we'll be able to meet and have events by then. This might be one of the first events. Everybody will be very excited to come. So please contact me or their Excellencies or both to let us know if you'd be willing to take that on. It's probably a job for someone who already has event steward experience because of the unusual situation and changing situation. So last week, I sent out a survey to ask about getting together. I want to thank everybody who responded. We had about 40 people. Yeah, it's pretty good. And what everybody said was meet once a month or as needed. So we're going to kind of keep to that and meet as needed, or at least once a month. Also, people kind of overwhelmingly did not say that they needed a social gathering. So if you voted for that, apologies. We probably won't be doing that. One of the limitations is the technology. A couple people brought up that Zoom is not great for gatherings because of the talking over each other. So heard you, and we'll continue to look for opportunities to do different things, but that's probably not something we're going to do right now. One other thing that hopefully you guys are all aware of would be our cool little online shop. So Lord Nyal, Sergeant Nyal, set up this shop, and this is not like an official baronial shop. We are not running it officially. Nyal is doing it out of the goodness of his heart. So take a look at that, support the barony, get some cool swag. And right now they are running, he is trying to look for cool designs. So if you have any ideas, any designers in your circle of influence, submit a design. Could go on a t-shirt. Last from me, we are also looking for Penzic memories. So this is for the newsletter and potentially for other things as we get closer to Penzic. Other things may be going on. So please submit photos, memories that you have, cool things that you've done, cool things that you've seen. Send those in, and we'd love to use them as special Penzic things as we get closer. All right, so we are going to move on to the officer section, and we'll start with Lady Zofia and Lord Rohan.
Hello, and speaking of swag from the online store, my banner just happens to actually live within shot of where I do most of my Zooming in my home until my home office is remodeled. I just wanted to stop in and say what an absolute joy it's been to serve the barony as Minister of Youth the last several years, and I look forward to when we can be together again and enjoy time in person again across the age span. I am completely confident in the capabilities of my successor, Lord Rohan. I am exceptionally pleased to have him filling this role after me, and as are every child that I've spoken to, and especially my own. And now, in the spirit of our ancestors, both my good Lord husband's ancestors and Lord Rohan's, who come from the lands north of our great barony, we felt that it was appropriate that I pass the torch on to my successor. Here you go.
And I do, in fact, have mine here. Thank you very much, Lady Sophia der Kinder. It is an honor to be taking over your position and to be assisting our great barony and the youth therein. Thank you to the populace for having me. I look forward to working with every single one of you. If you are interested in assisting in youth activities or teaching a class, please, please, please feel free to reach out to me, talk to me. I look forward to working with every single one of you. And in this spirit, since our plague seems to be continuing, I would like to issue the first youth challenge for our great barony. While you are at home and we are besieged, as it were, I would like each and every one of you to create either a toy or a game out of things found around your house. So you have string, paper clips, printer paper, pebbles or rocks, a toilet paper roll, and a writing utensil. So a pen or colored pencil to create a toy or a game. I will have an official event set up so that you can submit them, and I look forward to seeing all of the wonderful creative things that our youth and our young at heart have in mind. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lord Rohan and Lady Sophia. It's an excellent challenge. Sounds fun. And now we've got Baroness Constanza.
Thank you. I just want to remind all the fighters to fill out your society waiver, because once we're allowed to fight, we need to have all those on file. Otherwise, you can't participate. It's online. The link will be in the newsletter.
Thank you. And then we have Baroness Ingharid, who is so excited about taking classes that she is taking a class right now on how to be a Minister of Arts and Sciences. Because there are a number of RUM classes going on this month that are about being an officer, service, and various stewarding, so like event steward, feast steward. Those classes are going on through the end of the month. They are looking for classes for the next couple months. Next month, August, it is open, so you can do, if you want to submit a class, it can be on any subject. And the month after September is on martial activities. So they are looking for people to teach those classes. There are 2 weeks left on the Penzic 49 Project Challenge. So if you have, in the true spirit of things, waited until the last minute, now is about the right time to get started on that and complete that challenge. So it can be any progress. You just have to start it because, I mean, do we really finish our Penzic projects in time? And just post a picture to the baronial Facebook group or email it to Ingharid and she'll get it up there for you. There are also a lot of different activities going on right now. Sorry, I'm reading her notes as we speak. There are classes and videos up, so there's no shortage of opportunities. If you have any interest of teaching or submitting an idea for teaching, Baroness Ingharid said, please run it by her and she'd be happy to help. So there are still things going on and we hope that you will take part in them as much as you can. We have a lot of opportunities. We've got challenges, we've got classes. We can even meet in small groups. So please take advantage of those opportunities until we can see you in person again. And those are all the announcements I had in front of me. Other business, this meeting is closed for this week and we'll see you next time.